Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, why one of the most viral new protein bars might be too good to be true.
Also, how the Pasquatch became both an Italian and American hero.
All that and more on the way next. American baseball fans can breathe a momentary sigh of relief thanks to the Pasquatch.
Yeah.
8772 Radio U. Last night, the United States baseball team at the World Baseball Classic was facing elimination, and they weren't even playing. It was Italy against Mexico. If Mexico won and Italy allowed less than 4 runs, so if Mexico had won 4 to something or less, USA would have been eliminated. It would have been Italy and Mexico.
Yeah.
But Vinny Pasquantino of Team Italy had something to say about that. And that is he hit 3 home runs, the first time that's ever been done in a World Baseball Classic game. Italy not only won, they obviously scored much more than 4 runs as well. And so that was enough to keep the United States in the tournament and eliminate Mexico instead.
Yeah, really all 3 teams were facing elimination, Hudson, because there was scenarios where one of the 3 of them were going to get left out depending on how that game went. Mm-hmm. So it was a pretty exciting end to the pool round for the World Baseball Classic, in my opinion. But yeah, Vinny Pasquantino, the Pasquatch from the Kansas City Royals, comes in as the hero for America, which I think is fitting considering he is American. Mm-hmm. Yes, he has Italian heritage.
A bit of a conflict of interest.
A little bit, that whole Italian team is mostly Americans, but
I guess if they were really conflicted, though, they would have just thrown the game against the United States, which they clearly didn't do.
They did not do that. They wanted to beat America, so I think it's all on the up and up.
And speaking of throwing the game in what I would consider possibly a bad move, Mexico and Italy could have mutually assured that the United States would have been eliminated. They could have just agreed. Italy just be like, all right, first pitch of the game, going to throw you a beach ball type of pitch. You hit a home run. Boom, Mexico, you're up 1-0. Then we just strike each other out the rest of the game. And then, boom, we're both through and the United States is out. They could have done that.
They could have, but I think Italy wanted to be undefeated. I think they want to make their mark on this World Baseball Classic because they're going into the quarterfinal rounds as a team you cannot mess with and a team you cannot underestimate. So
that could prove to be a big mistake, though, if they face the U.S. again.
Yeah,
they're going to regretting it.
Maybe. They're on the other side of the bracket, though. They're playing Puerto Rico not tomorrow, but on Friday or on Saturday. And so, yeah, we'll see how that goes for them in the quarterfinals. But the more exciting quarterfinal for me, the United States is playing Canada, Hudson.
Yeah. And you won't find any trash talk from me. While the United States obviously underachieved at this World Baseball Classic, Canada, they've advanced through the first round for the first time ever.
They've overachieved.
Yeah. Well, I would argue that they've underachieved every other World Baseball Classic. It's kind of sad. How long has this been going on and they've never advanced past the first round? I don't think it's been going
on that long. Like, it's not been around forever.
Long enough. Canada shouldn't be that bad at baseball, but we're also... It would be a big shock if we're good enough to beat the United States.
Yeah, it's not your focus.
Yeah. This would be like this is not the upset of the U.S. beating Canada in the Olympics at hockey.
Yeah.
This would be like if Latvia beat Canada.
The United States or something.
Yeah. So, but hey, I'll still be cheering for Canada.
Sure.
Just don't really think it's gonna happen. But that really kind of would have been nice if Italy and Mexico just kind of shooed Canada out of the way. I mean, and we got to play Italy or Mexico instead.
Yeah. But hey, you're Pool A winner. You got to play the best.
Yeah, that's right. Do you think you'd be qualified for this role, being a Ranch-bassador?
A Ranch-bassador?
Yeah. You know what that is?
Somebody that is an ambassador for farming?
No. For ranching, no. Literally for ranch, like the dressing. Hidden Valley Ranch, I didn't know this, or I didn't remember it, that earlier this week was National Ranch Day.
Okay.
And they announced that they are hiring 2 teams of people to be ranch-bassadors in Europe this summer.
Okay.
In honor of America's upcoming 250th birthday. So it's all a big tie-in. Ranch Day, 250th birthday, and Hidden Valley Ranch sending 2 teams of people to be ranch-bassadors in Europe this year.
They're going to go on their own little mission field, spreading the message of ranch.
This is your way to actually get paid to backpack across Europe. You just have to really love ranch. They're looking for 2 teams that would each spend, it looks like 6 weeks. Is that it? 6 weeks across the summer of this year. You could either be on the northern team that gets to go to London, Ireland, Iceland, France, Germany, Switzerland, and Sweden.
Whoa.
Or you could be on this other team that goes to London, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Croatia, and Greece. So do you want to do like the Mediterranean?
Which team do you want to be on, Hudson?
Oh,
that's a hard choice.
It's such a filled question because I would love, like, Iceland and Ireland are super high on my list.
Switzerland sounds so fun.
But also Italy. I got to go northern, though. I got to go north. I think Italy is the coolest one on the bottom, but like Ireland, Iceland, Sweden, Germany, Switzerland, those are all like.
But Greece would be cool too.
Greece would be cool, but I gotta take. There's like no beaches though. Like in the southern route, you'd get to like
for the summer.
Beaches.
I think I would want to go south because then you could have all of the beaches and the pretty views with the coast and everything. So I think I'd probably go south and then.
Honestly, you can't go wrong.
No, either team sounds pretty epic.
I'll be on whichever team they want to put me on.
Yeah.
I'm on the ranch team. That's the team I'm on.
I mean, I feel like loving ranch it's synonymous with loving being an American.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have a struggle finding people to fill these roles.
That might be the irony of this is these are people that you're supposed to go to Europe. You're supposed to, all of your expenses are paid and everything, by the way, but you're supposed to travel across Europe, make videos of you pairing ranch with like local European food, and also obviously try to convert or promote ranch in Europe. But I feel like we might actually really, like any American that really loves ranch is probably going to annoy Europeans. Don't you think? Like, I feel we're going to be the most annoying people there.
Well, that's
particularly in Italy, like they hate tourists.
That's just fitting for us Americans.
Yeah.
We're over the top. We're a little loud. We're a little boisterous. It's just that's the way we are. And it kind of reminds me of like when Benjamin Franklin went to France to convince everybody that the American experiment was going to work. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, that's what these kids got to do. They got to show people the way.
What we need is European immigrants to the United States that have been encouraged, and that have found some of the amazing things about the United States, including ranch, and then they can take that back to the homeland.
Yeah, I heard a joke the other day, Hudson, that was like a guy from Turkey, and he kind of lived both in Turkey and in California, and he said recently he had gone back to live in Turkey for 2 years, and he goes, "I know how to make America great again. Go live in Turkey for 2 years and then come back to America and everything is spectacular."
Right. I think about that often. We don't know how good we have it.
It's true.
If you want the Ranch-bassador details, although they've announced it, it doesn't actually open until March 31st for applications.
Okay.
But we can definitely send it to you. Just text ranch to 8772 Radio U.
We can get food on demand, Hudson. Mm-hmm. We can get streaming on demand. Pretty much anything on demand.
Yeah.
And now a California startup wants to give us sunlight on demand.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Now we're thinking outside the box.
This California startup is called Reflect Orbital, and they want to launch thousands of mirror-equipped satellites that would reflect sunlight back to Earth at night.
Nice. They must really hate daylight savings time.
Yeah. So the idea is to create sunlight on demand, allowing areas on Earth to be illuminated even after dark. Mm-hmm. The company hopes that this system could help with disaster response, industrial work, agricultural, and defense operations by extending usable daylight.
Huh.
The mirrors could illuminate areas about 3 miles wide with brightness much stronger than natural moonlight. So this is still not going to be as strong as when the sun is up.
Okay.
But it's going to be stronger than like when the moon is full. And astronomers and environmental groups are strongly opposed to this.
Oh, come on.
Strongly opposed to this. They believe that this idea is bad because it could damage night sky observation, so that would affect astronomy. It could also increase light pollution and things like that, so that would also impact being able to observe the night sky. And potentially add more space debris, which we've talked about plenty of times. There's already so much satellite bodies up there that it would just add to the crowd of them.
Oh, come on. Let us have some fun. I mean,
I personally love this idea.
Yeah, they're talking about, I won't be able to observe the night sky. Hello, how about the natural disasters this was going to help with?
Right. And also, I really like the idea of this helping with agriculture because, there's parts of the world that might not be getting the right amount of sunlight that they need.
Right.
And, world hunger is still a problem in some places. So to help with agriculture, I'm all for that.
Yeah. I do feel like, they said 3 miles wide, right?
Yeah, it's not a huge spot that this would be happening at.
So that feels like what farmer can afford to just have his crops lit up at night for a few hours extra,
it's just like give him a little extra sunlight. We didn't have a lot of sunlight this week, so.
It does feel like, I don't know if it's 3 miles wide, square miles or whatever, like either they're going to need a ton up there or it's going to be pretty limited of what they're actually going to be able to do. But like I said, like the natural disaster thing seems like there could definitely be some instances where having a few of these up there could definitely be very helpful, a very good idea.
They want to launch thousands of them. Now, they're a startup. I would imagine they're going to need to raise some funds before they can do this. And I also don't know if this is more still just a theory and not really like they know for sure it can work. So,
well, let's find out.
Yeah, that's all still up in the air, but maybe we can actually get it in the air.
Up in the air.
Yeah.
Or up in the absence of air.
Yeah, up in the atmosphere.
Yeah. I hope this works out. Like this is the kind of thing, like when we're talking space stuff, we should be doing stuff that's cool and helpful.
Yeah.
And this is cool and helpful.
This is very cool and helpful.
This is something that could actually help, maybe not every single average everyday person, but it definitely could help it could help people on Earth a lot more than view it like astronomy. Sorry that you won't be able to look in your telescope because we got mirrors saving people.
Yeah.
I hope it works out. If you feel like YouTube's unskippable ads are getting longer, you're not crazy. 8772 Radio U or the Radio U app has the talkback button. If you got something to say, YouTube has confirmed they now allow up to 30 seconds of unskippable ads in a single ad break, which is great value for advertisers and horrible value for everybody watching YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube ads have gotten way out of hand lately, and this has been getting worse and worse for a while now, especially if you are somebody that watches YouTube on your TV app.
Yes.
Smart TV, because that's way worse on the TV than it is on your phone.
That's what I've been experiencing is I use Chromecast and I cast YouTube to my TV, which works great.
Yeah.
Except when an ad comes up, because even if it is skippable, if you're not holding your phone staring at it with the YouTube app open, then you're sitting through a bunch of the app because you have to get your phone. If you don't have it in your hand, you have to open up the YouTube app and then you have to go ahead and skip the ad. And so you've watched so much of it.
Yeah.
And it's just, and if you don't skip it,
then it starts playing another one.
Yeah, and like they have ads on there that are skippable, but if you don't skip them, they're like 3 minutes long.
I know.
For one ad.
They're so long, or it'll be like a whole trailer for a movie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also since you use Chromecast, I've noticed with using a smart TV, not with Chromecast, just a smart TV app, the ads that they put on the TV are indeed longer. Like, as if you were watching Hulu with ads or Netflix with ads. And it'd be like a 60-second or 90-second ad break before you can skip before they even allow you to have a skip button.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
wrong.
It's way worse on the TV than it is on your phone. So actually, you're making a smart move by using your Chromecast. You're kind of skirting around that a little bit. But if you're watching it just on a regular TV app, it is just like watching a streaming service.
Yeah,
if you don't have premium.
I guess that's the argument YouTube could make. It'd be like, hello, we're free. You could pay for like Disney Plus with ads or HBO Max with ads or whatever other streaming service, and you'd be getting even more ads than we usually give you for free.
It's true.
So what are you actually complaining about? But at the same time, the ad breaks on YouTube can be so frequent.
Yeah.
That it is, and the
ads
have.
They don't always control when they put them in. It's the person that's made the video. They could put like 1 million ad breaks in their
depending
video.
on how many views and whatever. That I think I believe if you're a creator that has the ability to put ad, like have enough subscribers.
You monetized,
Yeah. You can choose, or you can just have them random, because I feel like depending on who you watch, you can tell if they intentionally put them in there, or some people it's just like, hey, I'll just
at the
take
beginning
the
and the end or whatever. Yeah.
And by the way, can we all pause for a second and remember that most big big creators as well not only have the ad breaks by YouTube,
they have sponsors.
But they have sponsors, so then they'll do a 2-minute ad read.
I know. It's so annoying to me that is the case. I have come across a few YouTubers that won't do the ads because they have sponsorship, and it's mainly because their content just doesn't work well with like ads or whatever, and so they get demonetized all the time. Like there's a channel I watch called dang it, I'm going to forget the name of it, but they do the kill counts, which is basically they count all the kills in the horror movies. They're very rarely monetized, so they have to get sponsorships because they can't have ads on their videos.
Yeah. That's, well, you know what? You can rest assured, Radio U and our YouTube channel always ad free, at least as long as we can control. You'll never see us doing a live ad read.
Nope.
And you can help keep us that way. Of course, Radio U, listener funded, listener supported, RadioU.com. It's never a bad time to give.
Yeah.
Especially when the alternative is dealing with all the YouTube ads that just keep getting longer and more frequent and unskippable. We often talk about what Florida Man has done on this show.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about something that Florida Man has not done?
Okay.
8772 Radio U, or the talkback button in the new Radio U app. According to the Lee County Sheriff's Office in Florida, they just want to let you know that a Florida man has not been kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. This was a viral internet rumor that somehow got started that claimed a man was found on the beach in, I guess, Lee County, soaked, dehydrated, and drawing blueprints in the sand. According to the story, the man claimed that dolphins had dragged him out 40 feet underwater to a hidden dolphin civilization where he worked for several days helping them design buildings.
What?
But the Lee County Sheriff's Office wants you to know that this did not happen. Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked though. Florida man doing something crazy like this.
You never know what he's getting up to. I feel like Lee County Sheriff's Office might be protesting too much.
Oh.
Like, why do you need to address this if it didn't happen?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe there's something there and they're covering it up.
Maybe.
They're trying to be like, don't look here. Don't look at that story. Don't let that spread anymore because it's definitely not true. But
yeah.
I think it's because there's something they don't want us to know.
You didn't see anything.
Yeah, I do feel like there's a possibility that maybe even the Lee County Sheriff's Office could be involved.
Listen, the more we learn about dolphins, the more and more complex they get.
That 100%. If any animal would do this, dolphins are intelligent, but also mean and horrible.
Yeah.
If there was an animal that I had to go to war with, probably dolphins.
Wow.
But they could also pull this off. Like if there's an animal that could kidnap a person, dolphins, 100% dolphins.
I guess dolphins and orcas are in the same family, but I always view orcas as the mean ones and dolphins as like the nice ones.
Orcas are the muscle. Dolphins are they're the
intelligence and the speed.
Yeah.
Although orcas are very fast too.
Yeah, orcas will just like kill you.
Yeah.
They call them killer whales.
Yeah, they will straight up kill you for no reason. They'll kill
Yeah.
you and then leave your body to rot in the water. They don't even want to eat you.
Yeah. But dolphins they're playing like 3D chess.
Yeah.
I think. Still the bad intentions, but they have a little more of a sneaky, conniving way of going about it.
Yeah. This is like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or something.
At the end of the day, all I'm saying is if this didn't happen, the Lee County Sheriff's Office of Florida just could have not addressed it. But by addressing it, it's the Streisand effect.
Oh.
They're now making me pay attention.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually thinking, okay, what's up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Is there a civilization of dolphins down below the surface?
Are the dolphins in the Lee County Sheriff's earpiece telling him to say, don't pay attention to the dolphin kidnapping story?
Yeah.
I think we have to be aware.
Dolphin mind control.
We can't be too careful.
Yep.
This is scary. Nikki gotta watch out.
I know. She's down by
there.
the ocean.
She could be in danger.
We're safe here in Ohio. We're landlocked.
Her town could literally be run by dolphins right now from the sea, for all we know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Dolphin mind control.
Who knows what they've infiltrated?
Yes.
And who knows what they built underwater?
Exactly. With help of humans.
Yeah.
Kidnapped humans.
Forced labor.
Yeah.
Forced labor of humans.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's time. It's time we go to war with the dolphins. We got to take them out before it's too late.
Before they take out us.
Yeah, exactly. They've gone to our sheriffs. Who knows what's next?
The president?
Starbucks has made an update to their reward system, but many are complaining it's not rewarding enough.
Oh.
877-2-RADIO-U or use the talkback button in the new RadioU app. Starbucks rewards system, now that it's updated, will be split into, if you're a rewards member, you're split into one of 3 tiers in the rewards. Basically, any old buddy can be in the green tier.
Any old buddy.
Yeah. If you go to Starbucks one time, you get to be in the green tier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what it says. Customers who spend less than $500 per year are placed in green tier. So literally buy one drink, one piece of food, one piece of merch, and you're in green tier.
Yes, that's all it takes. Which you think about that, to even just get upgraded, you have to spend more than $500 in a year.
That seems like a lot.
That's $10 a week. That's like a Starbucks drink and a half a week. Which I understand there are people that will spend way more than that. But the fact that to even get upgraded, like if you're going to have tiers, I feel like it should be a little more attainable to upgrade to your next tier.
I guess they are trying to set up people being very consistent with their Starbucks.
You're trying to incentivize people to go more, okay?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Sure.
But you have to make it attainable.
Yeah.
But maybe not too attainable. So they're trying to walk that line. But then the next problem is, for those people that actually do go ahead and hit that next tier, or even the next tier after that, you have to make it worth their while, right?
Yeah.
And that seems to be where the problem is. Because if you spend more than $500 a year, you get moved up into the gold tier, where you start earning 1.2 stars per dollar spent at Starbucks. And, for example, everybody gets a birthday treat with their rewards, but if you're in green, you have to use it. You have to only get it on your birthday.
Oh.
If you're in gold, you get a whole week to use it.
Yeah, I also don't know if we said when you're in green tier, every dollar is 1 star.
Okay, yeah, $1, 1 star.
Yeah.
Easy
and then
conversion.
Easy. And then when you get to gold tier, for some reason, it's 1.2. Why can't it be 1.5?
Right?
Or 2.
And then there's the third tier, which is reserve status, which is if you spend or if you get to 2,500 stars.
Wow.
Then you get 1.7 stars per dollar spent. And remember, each star, the stars round up to where you eventually are able to cash the stars in for drinks as well, right? Or rewards.
Makes sense.
And you also get, if you get into the reserve, you get 30 days to redeem your birthday reward.
Okay.
You get a whole month.
Pretty much a whole month, yeah.
But obviously, if you're spending if you're getting to the $2,500 spent at Starbucks in a year, you're there almost every day anyways, probably.
Right.
So that actually incentive doesn't even make a whole heck of a lot of sense.
Yeah, this is a very interesting new point system for Starbucks. So I definitely know I'm not going to be in any of these tiers, but I can't imagine somebody spending that much money on Starbucks.
Well, I mean, some people do go to Starbucks literally almost every day or every day for their morning coffee, or they get a more fancier drink, and that adds up. And I feel like you do want to reward those people.
Sure.
And you should make it worth their while if they're spending all that money there. I feel like
I would put it at 1 star for the green tier, 2 stars for the gold tier, 3 stars for the reserve tier. That's what I would put it at.
Yeah.
Really reward those people. They've got 2,500 stars to get to the reserve thing. That's a lot of money.
Those people have to be going to even to get out of green status, you have to be going a couple times a week.
Yeah.
You have to be a really dedicated fan.
Exactly.
Or make one really big order one day.
Yeah, it's like if you are in a work office that orders Starbucks all the time, you're stacking up those rewards.
Yeah. There are other rewards that you do get with like the reserve status, where like free Mod Mondays, you can customize your drink once a month on them.
Wow.
On Starbucks.
Okay.
But that also comes with gold status, by the way.
You know, this has me thinking which company has the best rewards program. You know which one I think actually has the best?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think Chipotle actually has the best, because I feel like it doesn't take that long for you to get to rewards that are really nice, like getting free chips and queso or getting a free entree. And I'm always surprised by how quickly my rewards points stack up in Chipotle. And I feel like I don't actually eat there like all the time. It may be like 3 times a month or something.
Yeah.
But then
what's nice
suddenly
is
I have
take a while
rewards.
to expire too.
Yeah, you get a lot of time to use them. So I think Chipotle might, in my opinion, be the one that I like the best.
I think you stumbled onto a good question. I think we need to open up the RadioU hotline.
877-2-RADIO-U.
Or you can use the talkback button in the new RadioU app and let us know which restaurant has the best rewards program.
Yeah.
I want to see what people are saying coming up. We have the RadioU hotline open.
877-2-RADIO-U.
You could also let us know with the talkback button in the new RadioU app which fast food restaurants have the best rewards programs. And this comes after Starbucks has rearranged their rewards program, and people are complaining. It doesn't seem to incentivize you to get to the higher tiers as much as I feel like if you're having tiers in the first place.
Yeah.
Feels like you should get rewarded more for spending a lot of money there.
Yeah.
But you don't, from what we're seeing. D says either Chick-fil-A, which is a good one.
They definitely have a good rewards program.
I've noticed the Chick-fil-A. I've eaten there a couple times, and it doesn't take too many visits to be able to actually get like an entree.
Free food, yeah.
With their points. She also says a place I've never been to called Lane's Soon to Be Famous Chicken.
Okay.
Apparently, they're fairly all over the place, so it would be doable to actually go to one, but...
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, we'll have to try that out sometime. She also said Alamo Coffee is good. We also heard from... who is this? We have another vote for Chick-fil-A from Brian.
Nice.
Chick-fil-A is my favorite just because how can you can save a bunch of points and use them with no limits. Fries, sandwich, and drink all paid for by points.
Yep.
That's why I don't like the McDonald's rewards points.
Yeah, because it limits you.
Yep, you can only do one thing, and you can't even use it with a coupon, like one of the deals in the app as well.
It's like one use of one coupon, and that's it. One reward, and that's it. I do like I liked McDonald's for some of the things that they would offer you, like you can get the $1 drink still if you have the app, and you don't need to have any points saved up for that. Just go ahead and use it whenever you want to. I think it's valid one time per day. So I like that they made that available as long as you have the app. So there's aspects of the McDonald's one I like, but it has its imperfections because there's other ones that are way better, like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I feel like McDonald's has good standard deals.
Yeah.
I feel like the way you can cash in your points kind of is annoying.
It's a little annoying for sure.
I also feel like Wendy's is pretty good with points.
Yeah.
I used to think their deals were amazing, but I was looking at lunch yesterday and I was like, let's see what the deals Wendy's has are. And they were not good. I was like, how are Wendy's not having good deals? It used to be almost always you could get $1 burger from Wendy's on top of like the rest of your order. And so Wendy's was out yesterday after that.
Yeah, I don't use Wendy's rewards as much, but we did hear from Dee again. She did say that Chick-fil-A and Lane's encourage you to use as many points as possible.
I feel like that's what they should do.
That's definitely what they should do.
If you earned the points by going there and spending money, you should get to use them.
Yes, and I think Chipotle is the same way, right? It allows you to add rewards to your cart and then just use however many you want, correct?
I think so. I don't know. I've never had a situation where I've had like multiple, like I've had enough for one entree at Chipotle and I would use that. Although Chipotle gets knocked marks because it was difficult to, like, just the functionality of the app wasn't letting me.
Yeah, their app is not it's not as
glitchy.
good. Yeah, it's not as good. And sometimes I do forget, like, I'll add the reward to my cart, but then you also need to add the item to your cart for it to apply. So it'll be, but it does give you a warning, like, hey, you have a missing item if you don't add it in. So it's not going to let you check out unless you actually put the item in. But just you putting the reward in your cart is not you like saying, hey, I want a free chips and queso.
Looks like we also have a vote here from Sarah for Jersey Mike's, their NFL predictor game to earn points.
Ooh, a little game?
And I get free food?
I like that.
Yeah, well, I need to sign up for that. I haven't been to Jersey Mike's in a long time.
And, we do NFL predictions.
I know. We might as well be making some free food out of it.
Exactly. Might as well sign up.
I've got one more place to add, and you should know what it's going to be.
I should?
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, Popeyes.
Popeyes has great rewards in the app.
Okay.
Yeah, literally you go to Popeyes once and you have enough points to cash in for, like, you can cash in something that you would want, like a side or whatever. And obviously, if you save those up, I think it takes 600 points to get a free sandwich.
Okay.
Which you can get in like 2 or 3 visits.
Not bad.
So, and I go to Popeyes enough to
I was going to say, you be cashing in those rewards. That's the only struggle for me is it's like, I only use selective rewards because I don't want a million apps on my phone.
Yeah.
So it's only the places that I go to regularly, like Chick-fil-A or Chipotle, that I actually even have, and McDonald's that I have the rewards.
We literally
app.
got a text in from Tanner that's like, if you go anywhere a decent amount, it's definitely worth it to have the app.
Yeah. Tim Hortons said, Tim Hortons said, Susanna said Tim Hortons is the only one she's had.
Yes.
But she lives for the roll up the rim. So she loves it.
Yeah, that's always exciting. Even though I've never really won much with it. If you're a big Pokemon fan, this is your chance to turn that into a career.
Okay.
8772 Radio U, with the talkback button in the new Radio U app, by becoming an actual Pokemon professor.
Oh.
The Pokemon Company is literally hiring Pokemon professors.
To teach Pokemon.
To study.
Oh.
Because...
And then to teach after they study?
No, I think just to study.
Okay.
Because it's no secret, right? The Pokemon that have been created that are, in the cartoons and cards and blah, 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 they're based on like real life animals, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't notice that?
I mean, I guess, they're animal-like, but I didn't know that they were based off of certain animals.
Yeah, 100%.
Pokemon's not really my strong suit. Haven't watched it, have not played it, so.
There's literally one that's called, like, Rattata, based off a rat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We could. There's one that's like Tentacool. It's like
all I know is something. Pikachu and Eevee. That's it.
Yeah,
and
Eevee.
I guess I know Jigglypuff from the commercials that kept playing during the Olympics.
I don't know what animal she's based off of.
She's a little pink cutie thing. I know that.
Most of the Pokemon have at least some basis, some draw inspiration from real life animals.
What is Pikachu supposed to be?
That one, I think it's like a squirrel.
A squirrel?
But I don't know.
A yellow fat squirrel.
His is a little more, obviously like Rattata again.
Yeah.
Some are more like, they're basically
obvious.
just regular animals.
Yeah.
And some are a little more distant cousins or I mean, not all of them are necessarily based, because Jigglypuff is not.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, why is the Pokemon Company hiring Pokemon professors? Because they want people to be able to experience research related to the ecology of plants and animals, and then use that, I guess, to put it into, to translate
Creating
that
new
into
characters?
to creating Pokemon. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or just connecting the Pokemon world to the real world of our animals and plants that we actually experience. So what they are looking for, this is in Japan, and you do need to, if you want to be a Pokemon professor, you do need to have a PhD in science, engineering, or agriculture, apparently.
Oh, so you need to be an actual doctor?
Yeah, literally. But they are going to be paying you what amounts to $37,000 to $63,000 per year.
Oh, what? I'm sorry, that's not acceptable for an actual doctor.
So I'm thinking $63,000 a year feels pretty good for playing with Pokemon.
Yeah.
But it feels pretty bad for literally having a PhD.
Yeah, if you were an actual doctor with what was it? What was all the categories, the areas that you could have a PhD in?
Either agriculture, engineering, or science.
Yeah, no. Those careers, you're going to be making way more money doing
Maybe
jobs.
If you're a failed or disgraced doctor. You have
were
nowhere else
fired.
to turn. Yeah. You've been banned from working on actual humans for some reason. You've been, whatever the version of disbarred is for doctors. Maybe you can still go to be a worker for the Pokemon company.
Yeah.
But this gives you something to work towards.
I mean, I'm
if
not
you're
planning.
a big Pokemon fan.
I'm not planning to get a PhD anytime soon.
Listen, some might say we're underpaid for the degrees that we have, but we love Radio U.
It's true. I do.
So that counts as money too.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay the bills, but it counts.
But it counts for something.
Yeah. When you're doing your taxes, you just factor that in.
I love my job.
Yeah. That's just part of the pay. So if you love Pokemon, that's part of the pay.
Yeah. I bet you if there's some doctors out there that love Pokemon, they're like, I'd be willing to take a pay cut for that.
If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. We need your verdict on this situation, this court case involving one of the hottest new protein bars on the market. Perhaps you've heard of David protein bars?
No.
No, you haven't?
I haven't.
I see these at Target every time I go. They have like a big display.
Okay.
David protein bars is being sued. By the way, not only do we need your verdict, let me know if this sounds like a movie to any of you. David protein bars being sued by 3 customers claiming the bars do not contain the nutritional numbers that are advertised on the label.
Uh-oh.
The bars, with flavors like chocolate chip cookie, cinnamon roll, and fudge brownie, sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Sure.
Are marketed as having only 150 calories and 2 grams of fat with protein amounts that are like in the high 20s for grams. How is that even possible is what everybody's asking. It's too good to be true, perhaps. They're one of the best calorie to protein ratios out there, if you believe the label. But this is the problem. People are starting to question whether the label is actually accurate. The lawsuit claims some bars may contain up to 83% more calories.
What?
And up to 400% more fat than what is listed on the packaging.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible.
Customers say they've paid premium prices of what they thought was a cleaner, lower calorie snack. Now, it should be noted, the FDA regulations do say that food labels generally can exceed the stated nutritional values by up to 20%. That doesn't mean that every label is 20% off, but there's a grace kind of range because obviously there's some kind of variation even in stuff that's produced, mass produced. There can still be a variation for every single one doesn't have exactly the exact same amount of calories.
Sure.
The company's founder, the founder of David Protein Bars, says the lawsuit misunderstands how one of their ingredients is measured and says they plan to fight these claims in court, of course.
Okay.
Now we need to hear from you. You be the judge.
That's all we have for David's side?
We're just getting started with this one.
Oh, man. Okay.
Is David guilty of misleading customers with their nutrition labels, or is it just a misunderstanding / is this just a way for these customers to try to get a payout?
If that's all the information I have about David's side, I don't know. It's not looking good for them. I don't know.
8772 Radio U, or use the talkback button in the Radio U app to share your verdict on this You Be the Judge situation. And by the way, what movie does it sound like? Has it popped into your mind yet?
The only thing I'm thinking of right now is Mean Girls.
That's 100% what it is. Yeah. David is Regina Georging everyone.
Yes.
Potentially. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
The viral protein bar, David, the company behind David, is getting sued, being accused that they are lying to customers on their packaging by saying that there's 150 calories in one of their bars. The lawsuit says there could be 83% more calories in a David protein bar than what is stated on the actual nutrition facts in their advertising. Basically, it comes down to that.
Yeah.
So is David guilty? 877-2-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the RadioU app.
We heard from Regina. This is a great quote. They make you lose weight like crazy. Something is up for those kind of claims against the customers. I'd like to know how they tested that. The lack of info from David is suspect, and they're looking guilty. Gavel bang.
Okay, we also heard from D, who says, guilty, isn't there like a truth in advertising law or something? Yeah, I mean, there definitely
seems like there should be if there isn't.
And that's always called into question with like the pictures of the Whoppers at Burger King and whatever. It feels like that's used time and time again.
Flame grilled.
And the line on that just seems to be very unclear, I think.
Right. We also heard from Shrew. He says, I mean, it sounds pretty much decided if the plaintiffs can prove the bars aren't matching the nutrition label, then the company is at fault.
And Matt said he sent in the picture from The Simpsons, the Power Sauce protein bars.
Oh no!
Unleash the power of the apples. Yeah, that was a classic episode. Okay, I have a break in the case.
Okay.
I did some research because basically the defense was from David was they're miscalculating.
Yeah, one ingredient.
Yeah. And so I did some research into, I mean, that's just the quote I had. So I did some research into what are they talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So David protein bars contain what is called EPG, which is short for esterified propoxylated glycerol.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's a low-calorie, modified plant-based fat that mimics the texture of real fat while containing significantly fewer calories.
I'm sure that's all great for us.
Yeah. So I understand. I think I can provide some clarity on the debate here. What they say is that this EPG, it has like, there's one way to measure the calorie count that would be like if your body actually digested it. But your body doesn't digest this properly to where like the calories would actually have the caloric effect on you.
Okay.
It passes through your system.
Okay.
Which I love things my body can't digest properly.
Yeah, that's
like the best
I want to
food
eat those
there is.
all the time.
So that's why, like, if you're measuring it of like how many calories are in it in the standard way, it's like 9 calories per gram or whatever.
Okay.
But if you're measuring it of what your body will actually intake, it's like 0.7. So therein lies the difference.
Okay.
And so with that information, if that's actually accurate, and I guess David would have to prove that, but if that's actually accurate, I feel like that all adds up and David could be off scot-free here.
I think they might be off scot-free with that knowledge. But does it make me feel better about the David bar?
No.
Not at all.
Esterified propoxylated glycerol. Why would they want to abbreviate that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
What the heck is propoxylating?
Yeah, man. Anytime you read the labels of anything, you just like it makes you want to throw up.
Yeah, I feel really propoxylated today. I think from a layman's side, it sounds like they're guilty, but I think we might have to let them off the hook.
We might, or just wait until we find out. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.